Hello people, so yeah, another night vlog, and there is the beautiful moon. Full moon I guess this is. Anyways, so yeah, some work has been done, as you would have seen in the past videos. Fork oil was changed, and Coneset was changed. It has tightened, and it has been tightened and is adjusted. There is no clicking noise, no tick noise, no thud noise, whatever. So yeah, I think this is pretty much set. And about adjusting this Coneset, please do take into account that once you have say, even if you're not changing the Coneset and you're just opening the triple T and you are just greasing it, cleaning it and greasing it and then tightening it, eventually it is going to require slight readjustment. So what I did was, I did not record it, but the next day after the Coneset job was done, I was carrying the C spanner with me, and I eventually, after say 5-10 kilometers of ride, going over a pothole or a speed breaker, I could hear that click, slight click. It was not a major one, and I realized that yeah, now I need to tighten it again. So I tightened it, and that is why I like C spanners. Now why that happens is because the grease that you put in, and when you're tightening it, eventually it is gonna feel tight, but when you ride, the grease is gonna warm up, and going over say covering some distance, it is either gonna squish into the bearings or up in the triple T as well, or out, and that is gonna create some more clearance. So that is why what is showing resistance while tightening, it is gonna vanish, and that is why you need to be sure that once the job is done, you do readjust them again, because just remember this: if you're hearing any kind of noise in the T-stem, in the Coneset, that is just gonna be, that is gonna harm, that is again damaging the Coneset. I'm not getting, yeah, you can understand that. That tick means that it is not properly adjusted, and even the slight bang within the bearings is just gonna hit on that bearing, roller bearing is gonna hit on the race, and it is called pitting, and it is gonna just ding, put in a ding slightly, and that over a gradual course gets bigger and bigger. So there should be no tick noise, no noise at all. It should not be that tight that when you ride it slow, the bike is on its own going right and left. If it goes like that, that's the clear indication that you have tightened it too much. It's at that point that you go back a bit. I have covered that in the Coneset video as well as the earlier Coneset video that I did about through, I don't know, 4 or 5 months back. I guess I'll put the link in the description of how to adjust it and how I adjust it. Yeah, you can do it with the torque wrench, but even with that, you would have, if you're very lucky and if you tighten it too much in the first go, you might not hear it, but otherwise it is gonna require some readjustment. Just took me one day and it was adjusted. I had tightened it too much, then at slow speeds it was just again going right and left, so I realized, okay, this is too tight. I loosened it slightly, and finally I got to the perfect setting. Now there is just nothing. So let's see how much these Coneset last. Next time I'll hopefully look for something other than the SFK bearings that are provided by Royal Enfield. I'll let you know how the research goes on that. Too much traffic for a Sunday night. Well, anyways, so yeah, again, engine is doing good. 14,700 plus kilometers plus 500 while the cable was not working. So the bike is at above 15,200 something in total. But overall, the engine is good, running smoothly. And there was a question on one of the videos. I'm going to reply to that as well. By the time I post this video, I just checked it. And someone was asking me, at what RPM do you feel that the bike is cruising comfortably? Well, now that might not have been the best way to do it, but anyways, yeah. So the corner, I mean, but yeah. As for the RPM, anything above 4,000 RPM, it is not about. I don't feel much of the vibrations on the engine any which ways. I mean, maybe I'm used to it, but yeah, I'm riding at 4,500 RPM right now in third gear, and I'll continue to do that in the third gear as well. I might switch to fourth, and the RPM is still above 4,000 RPM, and I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna drop below 3,500 in any gear, any which ways. And bike is at 80 kilometers right now, 80 kilometers per hour. That would be about 50 miles. That is in fourth gear at 4,000 RPM, and not feeling any vibrations. Can't actually go any faster than this, but yeah, that is it. But fifth gear I usually only put if I can maintain a healthy speed for a constant time above 90 or 100. Otherwise, yeah. So for me, it is not about maintaining the engine speed via the gearing, via the speed that I'm doing, but actually it is based on what RPM I'm doing. At any point, like right now, I'm gonna drop below 3,000, 2,000. I'm gonna just switch back to first gear and then carry on. And engine feels smooth. I mean, no complaints. I think last time we changed the engine oil was at around 12,500-ish. So 5,000, as I've always said, is when I change the engine oil. So yeah, that would be 17,500. I have 2,000 kilometers more to go on this engine oil, and engine is smooth. But that's the thing, changing gears above 4,000, 4,500 RPM, and then staying in that range only. So I hope that makes sense. Other than that, yeah, finally changed the handlebar as well. I'm not sure if you would have watched the old video. I think that was posted somewhere in the September before I went for the Spiti ride. I had a crash and the handlebar was bent. Unfortunately, the bike did fall, not while riding, but it did fall while parked, and the handlebar was bent a lot. And I was just not changing it. So that's a simple DIY, but I still recorded it. We'll be posting a video of that shortly. As for the updates, front tire is showing some sign of wear, not too much. I think might last for another 4,000-5,000 kilometers, so I've ordered one. And everything else seems good. Still haven't got the seat though. That's a nice moon. The moon is giving enough light. Yeah. Anyways, so I haven't got the seat yet. Tire and seat might arrive at the same time. Tire I have gone to see a dealership, not buying it from Royal Enfield. It's cheaper that way. So yeah, let's see when the tire arrives. At least I'll keep it, and if I plan to go somewhere, which actually I am planning, I'll let you know if things materialize soon enough. So another ride. I mean, what's the point of buying a bike like this if you're just not gonna have some fun? You look at it and it is always eager, and it is always saying, come on man, let's ride, let's go for a ride. What are you doing on these roads? I need to cover some long distance. But yeah, so though that thing is in the offing, hopefully should be sorted. And the best part is even the bike is all ready. I would have hated if the Coneset would have just conked off before or in the middle of that ride. So I'm confident that all things are done. Tappet has been adjusted, fork oil has been changed, handle has been changed. Just waiting for the rear seat, and we should be good to go. And what else? I mean, yeah, nothing else. Everything else is holding up firmly. No other thing has required much of an attention, thankfully. I mean, Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, no doubt. Have added a camera mount here as well. I think I'll start recording from a different angle now. Some practice sessions would be done before, and if I had on the next trip. But let's see. I'll keep you guys updated. So that was it. Consider the update at 15,000 kilometers. Ask me any questions if you want. And let's enjoy the beautiful night ride. Thanks. Cheers.